from Loudmouth Central, you're listening to Loudmouth Fisticuffs, hosted by combat sports analyst Joshua Furs and international ring announcer Mr. Live Worldwide Jeff Houston. Half sports show, half comedy show, and half conspiracy show. 100% in your face. So open your ears, shut your mouth, and have a good fucking time.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. Welcome to Loudmouth Fisticuffs, episode 44. I am Joshua Furs. This is Mr. Live Worldwide Jeff Houston.
The one and only.
The ringmaster himself.
No, I stopped that shit.
Oh, you have to let me know, man. I didn't know this.
Why do I have to let you know anything? It's always much better if it's a surprise, isn't it?
Well,
especially for our viewing audience. I mean, that's what we're all about. Surprises. And apparently you wanted to lube up. You were ready to lube up for this show. I'm like, Josh, I'm going to tell you something. As an adult, don't you think that it's better to finish some endeavors dry?
Wait. What did you say? Back that up a little bit?
No, yeah, you would like me to back that up a little bit, wouldn't you?
Well, you might have to take out that as an adult part. We might have to,
Why? Are you not feeling too adulty today? If adulty is an actual word.
I am. I'm just saying.
I am feeling fresh today, man. I got the floral shirt on. I've got the reflective, Sylvester Stallone sunglasses that are looking back at my screen. And, of course, sporting the one and only Kangol that is probably in effect right now on the entire continental United States of America. Especially the fact that it's leather is even that much more cool. Check this out, Josh. I actually found out before we get started into all the madness that is Loudmouth Fisticuffs. Yep. In the next couple of episodes, it depends on when it arrives, I am actually going to be employing a honest to God hyper color t-shirt.
What does that mean?
I actually got my hands on a vintage hyper color t-shirt from the 90s. You don't remember those? Those were the color changing shirts where you put your hand on there and it had the heat. It had the heat technology. You'd remove your hand and your handprint would be there. You don't remember those?
No.
I gotta remember. You're not of my generation. You're not of my generation, so therefore you're not going to understand. The hypercolor t-shirts, man, those were the craze back in the 90s. They were the heat exchange style t-shirts. Like I said, you put your hand on there and it'd leave a handprint on there. Look it up, man. It's cool stuff, man. I am taking it retro, outro, intro, whichever row you want to roll.
We're gonna have to take a quick look at this.
He's actually looking at this. He's intrigued now because I build shit up, but that's what I do. I'm a fucking ring announcer. We build shit up. And hello to everybody watching. Yeah. It's the Genera hypercolor t-shirt. It's that's the one. There were certain brands, but the Genera hypercolor t-shirt was the one to have back in the day. It almost looks like a tie-dye, situation, but those were the craze back in the early 90s. Yep, that's it. The Genera hypercolor. Classic stuff, man.
$55.
Well, they don't exist anymore. You got to remember this particular brand. Now there are hypercolor style shirts that exist that they're making, but the actual straight up Genera hypercolor, which was once again, that was the one that you wanted if you liked the hypercolor t-shirts in the back in the day. That was the one that you have to have, and they don't make them anymore.
So you're saying it works off of heat. Okay,
yes.
They change color with heat. Okay, I
yes.
see this.
That's right. I can't believe it. Well, then again, I have to remember you're much younger than me.
They were manufactured by Genera Sportswear Company of Seattle.
They were huge. They were huge back in the day, man. It was good stuff. I'd wear that with my Z Cavaricis and my British Knights. I swear, I looked like an extra on In Living Color.
I do remember BKs. The British Knights. I do remember the BKs.
Oh my God. They were the worst fucking shoes ever, but they were pushed as if they were on par with like Adidas and Nike. And trust me, they weren't. They were fucking terrible shoes. They just had really good. They had a really good ad campaign. They had good advertising. And Z Cavaricci's, I mean, those were canvas pants. Those were canvas pants. And of course, canvas pants, were kind of the precursor to parachute pants, which were, of course, made super famous by MC Hammer.
Yeah, I had a pair of parachute pants.
Everybody did. Everybody was doing the side hustle. Break it down.
The typewriter. Yeah,
the typewriter. That's the name of it. How the fuck do you know that and I don't?
I don't know. I just knew.
The typewriter. That's what it's fucking called.
The
illest realist in the game. Damn straight, Justin. Damn fucking straight, sir.
Oh, hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Guys, we appreciate you for tuning in. Once again, Loudmouth Fisticuffs episode 44. Quattro, however you want to say it. We appreciate you. And
44.
Si, senor. And we appreciate you for tuning in. And smash the like button, smash the share button. Please, please, please. It helps us out so much. We are au natural here, no scripts, no teleprompters.
Au natural. So what are you saying? I have Bush? Yeah, I got you thinking there for a second. You're like wondering, yeah, maybe he does.
Does the carpet match the drapes?
Well, no, of course not. I mean, I've had blonde in my hair. I have blonde in my hair right now, so it absolutely does not. But here's the thing. Is there a carpet in the first place?
Woo!
Getting hot in here, man. Spring has sprung.
Speaking of sprung, we got a lot of things going on. UFC just happened. Of course, we called it. Francis Ngannou. We'll talk about that. There's a lot of really cool matchups that's gotten made in the last few days. The Nate Diaz. Oh my God, Nate Diaz against the guy from. You know what I'm talking about. You just want me to stumble. Damn it. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff. The guy in the UK.
I'm gonna let you finish your topic there.
Jesus
sir.
Christ. The guy who just fought Bilal Muhammad and he stuck his finger in Bilal Muhammad's eye and
he gave him a rowdy piper.
What is his name?
I'm not gonna say it.
It's escaping me.
Apparently so.
All right. Well, he's fighting him, man. I'm trying not to look it up.
Come on. All right, Jesus Christ, it's Leon Edwards.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right, so that fight got made, which
is weird. Hey, Mr.
Very
Red Rims.
weird. Red rims.
But something? Sometimes it's good to have an interesting matchup because it gets you thinking. Because I'm going to tell you, the one thing that you don't want in a situation when you've got a matchup is nobody talking. I have been getting sexual favor for my tickets.
He's got some. He's selling. He's got tickets to that UFC show in Florida, the one with the crowd, the full crowd.
Oh yeah.
They're going for a pretty penny.
Okay, Justin. You're welcome to bring any topic of discussion here and such. If you want to say, that you're pimping yourself out for those very few tickets that you have available, then dude, go for it. Go for it, man. Get what you got to get done.
I'm going to do, homie.
Hey, pussy is law. I get it.
Do what you got to do. Mr. Red Rim, Brian Maxwell, what's up, my man?
Absolutely.
Who do we like in Usman versus Masvidal too?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's another one that's ridiculously overhyped. And as good as I think Jorge is, I just think that Usman is just he's a different breed.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's going to be obviously with preparation, because last time Masvidal had preparation H because everybody has those hard times on the rear.
That was actually pretty good.
Promo code Loudmouth Fisticuffs, preparation H, get 10% off. Obviously with the 6-day preparation, from the last fight, he's going to be better prepared, and it'll probably be a better, it'll be a better fight on his end this go around, but I don't think it's going to change, the outcome in the sense of, Usman might get a little funny and try to straight stand up with Masvidal. That's what we're hearing.
I think he can. That's the thing. Everybody's saying that Masvidal is the end.
I don't know about. I don't know. I don't know. Tit for tat.
He says he's the end result when it comes to striking. I completely disagree. I don't think he's the end result when it comes to striking. I think he's a proficient striker, but he's not the be all end all of strikers. I'm sorry, he's not.
Yeah, I'm not saying that, but I think in MMA striking, I think he's up there. I'm not saying he's like the best striker.
Oh no, you have to be at that point. But so many people make him out to be the like the end all, and I'm like, he's not the end all.
It's ever since that
But he's a great striker, and I know that Usman will definitely rely more on his wrestling background.
Of course. I think that's what it's going to be. It's going to be clinching up against the cage. It's going to be taking him down, wear and tear. And, maybe Gamebred can get a good shot in. I mean, anything is possible, obviously. It's MMA. Anything's fucking possible. But I think it's just going to be more of the same. It's just going to be Usman controlling the pace, controlling the clinch, controlling on the ground, and probably by decision is what I'm thinking. I don't know if he can put away Masvidal, but probably just like a dominant decision.
Well, wrestlers are the better fighters. They're just not the more. Once I've said this before, wrestlers are the better fighters. They're just not the more exciting fighters.
Right.
They're not the more exciting. The wrestlers, unfortunately, have not done too well. I mean, with the exception of a few. DC, in my opinion, is the exception to the rule. DC is the exception to the rule. He's had some high-profile fights. He's a former two-division champion and all that. So I once again, another guy who can wrestle, but also kind of mix it up. You're always looking for that one who is proficient in both. But unfortunately, the way that people are brought up when it comes to martial arts or whatever their strong points are, they're always going to revert back to one versus the other. Right. And there's always one that has the wrestling game over the striking game, or vice versa.
Who was that with like Colby? Colby was interesting, right? Because like his base was mostly ground, but kind of the same thing with Usman, because they're so fucking similar. It's like his striking game. I'm really interested to see who he fights next and see, like, I wonder if that Usman Colby 2 could happen. If Colby gets another big fight and another big win,
that could head that direction. Absolutely.
It could head that direction. I think their first fight was so good. It was so good because they didn't use the wrestling. It was just straight stand up. And
can you believe?
So fucking good.
Can you guys believe? I can believe in anything, Justin. I have a feeling, however, that Jake Paul is taking his striking game seriously. Every now and then you come across a guy who starts really taking their preparation, not preparation H, their fight preparation seriously. And I think that I honestly think that Jake Paul is taking his striking game more seriously. I don't know what's going to happen, because we all know that Ben Askren is absolutely not known for his striking game. He's absolutely not known for that. I mean, obviously he's a professional fighter, so he can. It's just not his strong suit.
Right.
It's just not his strong suit. But again, that's one of the reasons that I like Triller, the unlikely matchups. That's what I like to see. I like to see, we talked about this before. I've mentioned it several times. The dynamic of the prize fight has changed.
Have you seen this?
Yes, I know the Rocky thing. Yeah, the training montage from Rocky 4. Yeah, it's fucking cool. Yep. I love it.
Man, you know what? Who was it? It was really funny.
But I love this, how it's his kids.
Yeah, it's his fucking kids.
It's not fucking Paulie. It's not fucking Paulie out there in a Siberian style sled. No, it's his kids on a whatchamacallit, on a toboggan.
I thought it was so funny. Somebody like on Twitter,
dude, this is blowing up. This is hilarious.
They told Ben Askren, they're like, Ben, if you fucking go in here and knock out Jake Paul, we will forgive. We will scratch the knee knockout from Masvidal.
I know, right? I missed you. I'm with you, no matter what.
I missed you. I'm with you, no matter what.
No matter what?
No matter.
The acting is so fucking bad. It's amazing. It's so bad, but that's the point, I think.
God, Ben Askren.
It's so fucking. He couldn't even hold. I know he couldn't even hold a straight face. I love that.
He has the personality of a bowl of water. I tell you.
Oh, leave him alone. I mean, he's trying. He's trying. I mean, whether it's a bowl of water or not, look at what he's doing. He's putting content out there. That's what people fucking want.
I mean, it's good. Don't get me it's fucking good.
What is that he's lifting?
Is
that like a bag of concrete?
Yeah, it's like a bag of soil or concrete or some shit.
Okay, so it's not a netted bag of big rocks. It's not a perfect split, but it's a kind of split. And that looked like more like a tomahawk than an actual axe. Oh, look at that! Did you see that behind him? Dude's got a frolf hole, a frisbee golf hole.
That's all that.
Somebody's a frolfer. God, that's a frolfer. That sounds like bathroom code. Here it comes. Hold on. Da, 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 da.
I love it, man.
Oh, I do too. Because that was one of my favorite training montages out of all the Rocky series. Because you remember Rocky IV, it was comparing the old school training to the new technology for Drago.
Yeah.
And I love how, if you remember, when Drago first came over and they were building up his training, and they said, we know that many Russian athletes have taken place in blood doping and steroids. Has he ever taken part in any such experiments? And right there in the fucking training montage, as big as day, the biggest fucking hypodermic needle with like the longest fucking,
it's like fucking squirting out of his arm.
Squirting out of his arm. But I love how they just plunge it in and there's not even a reaction. He's just standing there.
Yeah.
I'm like, they just plunged a horse needle in your fucking arm, and it might as well have been a mosquito bite.
Side note, because this is what we do. Did you see where they're actually Stallone is going to put out a director's cut remastered Rocky IV?
Yeah, I heard about that. He's been wanting to do it for some time.
Like, it's going to have like I want to say it's going to have like almost 30 minutes of extra footage.
Well, yeah, honestly, if you look at the compiled extra footage between Rocky 1 and Rocky Balboa, oh my God, Sylvester Stallone was all about that extra footage.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compiled it up, I think you would actually have more extra footage between the Rocky series than like the Lord of the Rings series.
It's a very good possibility.
And that's saying something. And that's fucking saying something, because I've seen the extended fucking Lord of the Rings, and I'm just like, oh my God, when will it end? Just throw the ring in the fucking volcano. God.
I'm looking forward to it too. I hope it's like a 4K upgrade too.
Well, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure that they have to do that, because you got to figure all the 4K and 8K TVs that they're putting out there.
Who the fuck has an 8K? I mean, I know they're out, but
that technology is not going to be available for years. I guess they're just saying, you know what? It's here when the overall 8K becomes standard.
You can buy it, but it's like there are 8K TVs you can buy, but like you can only buy them like direct from the manufacturer, because
no. There are 8K TVs. No, dude, there are total 8K TVs at true 8K TVs at Best Buy. I've seen them.
Is there 8K at Best Buy now?
Yes. It's just like I said, it's a technology that is it's crawling. It's not even walking yet. I mean, it's barely.
There's got to be a point though. There's got to be a point to where your eyes won't be able to tell that. I mean, there was a huge upgrade, obviously, from just standard, standard TV. I remember the switch from standard to fucking HD when HD first came out. And it was holy shit, right?
And then HD to 4K?
Then HD to 4K, still better. Not quite as big of a, holy shit, but still much better. But
then you started changing from LED, QLED, and obviously now the top is OLED.
and the HDRs, the Dolby Vision.
Yep.
I mean, like all these fucking your refresh rates, all these fucking factors now.
Well, and now there's new HDMI inputs. They've
2.1.
they've upgraded to 2.1 for the next generation consoles for Xbox and PS5. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So the technology is moving. It's weird because when I was a kid, I don't remember the technology moving as fast as it did. There were, I remember that, it moved at a pretty regular pace because what happened is that they wanted that particular line of televisions to eventually kind of die down before the new technology. They're not even giving the technology the opportunity to die down now. They're moving so fucking fast.
It's just coming out so fucking fast.
Exactly.
But I will say this, because of that, it is nice because after a TV's been out for a year and a half, that price fucking cuts down dramatically. Like the TV I got, it's a damn good TV. I got it on a deal at like Costco or something it was $900 and some fucking change. And it's like,
I feel bad.
What?
Because I just got a $2,000 TV.
A what?
I got a $2,000. I got that LG CX series. That's the
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the Thin IQ series, like literally the screen is thinner. Like if you went ahead and took like a CD case and held it long ways, it's literally that size, if not thinner.
Mine's it's the older thin. It's the older thin series. It's a 20. It's an early 2020 model.
Okay.
I mean, it's got.
I mean, it's not outdated technology.
No, it's 120 hertz. It still does like Dolby Vision and all that shit. I don't think I'll ever move from an LG again. This is my first LG brand TV.
No. The LGs. It's all about there are three brands, in my opinion: LG, Sony, Samsung.
I won't get a Samsung. Samsung doesn't support Dolby Vision.
No, that's the reason why I'm not doing it. That's the reason why I'm not going there, is because they're not supporting Dolby Vision. Though LG is going to end up being the go-to brand for quality. It really is. It really is. Almost everything in my house is an LG.
Really?
Yeah. My fridge, my stove, my washer and dryer, almost everything in my house is LG. And LG is a South Korean brand.
Yeah.
Because they're starting to actually because at one point, if you remember back in the 90s and the early 2000s, as far as the tech boom went, it was all about the Japanese. It was all about the Japanese having the upper hand when it came to technology. But now we actually have South Korean companies that are really starting to step up with
Sony, because of Japan and Sony and all that.
Yeah. Now the technology advances in South Korea, it's ridiculous.
Elvin Brito.
Hey, there he is. What's going on?
What's
the man
up,
from Mount Noble. Man, I can't wait to come down there. He's extended me the invite to go down there to Puerto Rico, man, hang out. I'm going to tell you something, Elvin. It's not going to be all vacation for me. I want to do the light version of bare knuckle training when I'm down there, but the extremely light version. I'm a 43-year-old brittle man, so you can't fucking hurt me, man. I mean, you can, but you're going to have to throw me on your fucking shoulders and carry me back. So just be warned.
Elvin, just do this. If you don't get Jeff to do anything else, get him to do the shit where he's got to carry Poncho on his. Shoulders.
Fuck yeah!
You have to do that.
I will do the uphill trek with Poncho, 100%.
You have to do it.
Of course, I'm going to do it.
Howie, what's up, my man?
How you doing, Howie, brother? Always good to see you, man. I just got my plane ticket absolutely. I just got my plane ticket all squared away for BKFC 17, so very excited about that. Of course, Birmingham, Alabama. Some breaking news that happened just a few days ago. Nebraska gave us the thumbs up. We now we are now state sanctioned in Nebraska, and they're gonna come in droves. You're going to see so many states that are going to be following in suit.
That'll be good. That'll be that's Dakota Cochran's hometown.
Yeah,
home state in Nebraska.
Yeah. Which of course they're gonna completely and totally center the show around.
Oh, they'll have to. Yeah.
Most definitely. It's not the most exciting state. I've done plenty of shows in Omaha, I've especially Omaha. And I've done, it's like I said, not the most exciting state, but the one thing that I will say about Nebraska, they're awesome fight fans. They love a good fight, and that's always good to walk into. There's nothing like coming to a specific fight town where you know that the fight fans are going to fucking bring it, man. That's the best. It's the best feeling in the world, Josh.
Well, yeah. I mean, I imagine Nebraska's probably, just like, Oklahoma and Nebraska, like that whole
Nebraska
area, man.
It's a fucking wrestling state.
Right. It's a wrestling town, and like they competition is like in their fucking blood, man. Whether it's football, wrestling, or it's
generation after generation. I mean, their great grandfathers were doing it, their grandfathers were doing it, their fathers were doing it. Fuck yeah.
LG or die, my man.
I think so too, Brian. I agree. I think that's the superior brand. At one point, excuse me, when LG first started, it's kind of funny about South Korean brands. When they first started, they weren't exactly the brands that would come to mind. Like, you'd see Kia, and Kia's back in the day were bargain basement automobiles. When Hyundai first came out, Hyundais were bargain basement deals.
You remember fucking Magnavox? You remember?
Oh yeah. Of course I remember Magnavox. But there were certain Korean brands that all they did was just turn out just economy class products. Now they're stepping stuff up. I have a 2020 Hyundai Kona, which is a subcompact SUV. I got that last year, and that is one reliable vehicle. I mean, if it's a smart vehicle too. I could be like, let's just say that I'm sitting idly in a parking lot. If I sit idly in a parking lot for more than 15 minutes, the car sends me a fucking email. I'm not kidding. The car sends me an email saying your car has been idle for this long.
Cut that bitch off.
It's not necessarily that like it's a bad thing or it's like a warning. It's just one of those things that it's like, hey, what you doing, man? Hey,
what you doing?
I mean, I have wheels. I can go.
Good John fighting next show. Just wait for BKFC to send his visa. Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird over there because the lockdowns are still in effect for our friends over across the pond in the UK, and that is unfortunate.
Yeah, hopefully that, because I know at one point, hopefully everything is squared away with him and Godbeer. I know Godbeer's on the card. Hopefully
it needs to be. It needs to be squared away. We need to get this. We need to get these guys on the active roster.
Just get them over here. That's why I said just get over here, get these fights in. I just feel like, especially Good John,
Godbeer, especially
Godbeer. Good John's had his one fight at least. He's in the door kind of thing,
Yep.
So I just Godbeer to fucking come in. And I think this fight, man, him and Terrell, like, woo. I think it's kind of semi flying under the radar a little bit. I think it's going to be a fucking cracker, man.
You're calling someone a cracker?
Yeah, I'm calling you a cracker.
I'm not a cracker. I'm toasty. I'm a toasted cracker.
What is that? The spray and tan?
Fuck no. It's a fake and bake. There's a difference. I don't do that. I don't do that spray and tan. Man.
Right, yeah. The BKFC, yeah, send for visa. Yeah. So that's hopefully that's.
You remember the hoops that they had to jump through the first time that they came over there, man? They had to quarantine in Dubai for 2 fucking weeks. I mean, that's not a bad place to quarantine, don't get me wrong, but I mean, you still had to jump through those damn hoops just to get over. Oh yeah, and
it was expensive the quarantine.
Dude, I've been there. I've been to Dubai, and I can honestly say it's crazy. It's crazy expensive. Now, can you get away with kind of, living somewhat frugally in Dubai, just like anywhere else? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm going to tell you something, man. You want to talk about the poor sticking out like a sore thumb anywhere? Whew. You stick out like a ridiculous sore thumb over in Dubai, man. That is wealth that is put on display, man. You've got those, you've got those oil billionaires. You've got those sheiks. They look at what?
Let me pause you, Jeff. I just have I've got an email from BKFC. Looks like it's breaking news from them. It's an official announcement here.
Okay.
BKFC announces fighter pension plan. Our fighters are the most important asset of the company, said Feldman. We want to ensure that they are compensated not only on the night of the fight, but looked after in retirement as well. For each BKFC fight, money will be placed in a pension account for them to draw on upon retirement. BKFC is the hottest, fastest growing, and most exciting sport in the world. We want to ensure that our fighters are taken care of in every possible way. BKFC continues to set the bar very high in the world of combat sports, offering seasoned fighters the most exciting experience of their careers, as well as launching the careers of up-and-coming stars.
Where are you coming across this information?
This is from Bernie. It's a email. It's probably not on social media yet, but it's like a press
Are you
release.
sure you want? Hey, you remember about that breaking information?
No, this is a press release. Like, this is meant to be announced.
Okay.
Yeah. This isn't like a super secret.
Okay, all right.
Email or something.
All right, super secret, super
secret. It says a pension plan will commence with the BKFC 17 card April 30th.
Now, you know something? How can you talk crap about anybody or any organization that does something like that? Now, I know that sometimes when you talk about when you talk about actual pensions, when you talk about things like that, for some reason, especially the older generation, they think to someone like, oh God, what's his fucking name? Jimmy Hoffa. Anytime, that there are situations like that, everybody thinks, oh, well, it's so easy to have irregularities in a pension fund, but I don't see that and the reason that I don't see that is because I know David Feldman's commitment to the fighters, and I know his commitment to the cause. And I know that I'm going to tell you something, guys, and this is going out to all the fighters that want an opportunity at Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship or have that opportunity right now, but may not be getting the bookings that you want at the time. Let me tell you guys something, dude. All you have to do is fight your fucking heart out. That's all you've got to fucking do. This is not an organization as of right now to where you think that you can go out there and feel someone out. Dave's not looking for that. BKFC is not looking for that. We want you to come out here and fight your heart out. There's a reason that the company is structured this way. There's a reason that the rounds are only 2 minutes long. All of this is designed for either a war or a fucking rocket ship fucking pace to get you either in or out.
Right.
That's what we want. So I'm going to tell you, we get those awesome fucking knockouts that are highlight reels. People love that. We get a 5-round war. Ooh, we love that just as much. The formula for you to make money and be a success is right there. It's right there in fucking front of you. I'm not a fighter. So therefore, people say, well, he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. I've been in this industry for a long fucking time. And the one thing that I know in Bare Knuckle, since I've been there since day fucking one, the one thing that I can say is that the guys and the females and the fighters who push the pace are the ones that stick and the ones that make money and the ones that get the advertising muscle put behind them. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
You're not wrong.
No, I'm not. That's the way it is, man. That's the way it will. You want to make money. You want to be a success in this. Come to fucking fight. Fight. Not a contest. Not a bout. Not a friendly little contest. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Well, just so everybody's aware, Tim Kennedy did the same thing last April Fool's. It's an April Fool's joke. It's not real.
I know.
Well, no, because I saw some people sharing that as if it was like set in stone kind of thing. He did the same thing last year on April Fool's Day.
You remember the old bare knuckle, how the bottom of the E was all faded, so on the ring cards at the beginning it looked like it said barf knuckle.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I see it in this.
You can see it right this. No. It was the same thing on the ring cards at the beginning of BKFC. So if you didn't look directly at the bottom portion of the E on TV, it looked like it said barf knuckle.
I can see that.
No. But we're growing. We're growing by leaps and bounds, man. And I could see, Tim's a joker. Tim's a funny guy. I've worked with Tim many times on the independents. So I definitely see. But he'd be a fantastic fit. He'd be a fantastic fit. I mean, come on. The man is as military strong as it gets. This guy, I mean, I'm gonna tell you. I mean, he does ridiculous training seminars in military combat, in sharpshooting. This guy is like a legendary fucking sharpshooter on top of that. And and he's had so many clothing labels. Yeah. I forget what's the name of his main clothing label that he has out. That's
sheepdog or something. Yeah.
What?
Sheepdog, right? Sheepdog response.
No. It's something else. It's something else. Shit. I forgot what the name of it was. He actually had t-shirts and everything out. I mean, and they were very popular. I don't remember the name. And it's I got to look this up now. Otherwise it's going to fucking just kill me. Let's see. Keep talking, man, while I'm doing that.
I'm just looking. I'm looking at his Instagram. No, Tim Kennedy's an interesting dude,
Ranger Up. That's what it is.
Okay.
Ranger Up because obviously he's a former Ranger Elite. He's a former Army Ranger. That's right. Ranger Up is the name of his clothing line. That's right.
Right. Yeah, but I just wanted to put that out there because, like I said, I saw people starting to talk about that.
Remember what today is, folks. Don't take anybody too fucking seriously.
Now, I of all the things, I thought for sure was fucking. I thought for sure was April Fool's because they got announced today.
Oh, there's the fighter pension thing.
Was the stuff about where Endeavor is buying out UFC 100%. I thought, and Elon Musk is going to be on the fucking board. I thought all that was another April Fool's thing because it came out, but it's real. That one's actually real.
I told you, man. What did I tell you before?
Nothing apparently.
They're launching an IPO, and they're going to be launching an IPO any day now. It's not a promotion anymore. It's a corporation.
It's a conglomerate. Okay.
Well, but you also have to be a little bit careful about conglomerates because the minute that you start taking on IPO, if you launch an IPO, you become a publicly traded company and such, then you really have to start following the trends of what's happening as far as 21st century cancel culture, politically correct, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And unfortunately, sometimes the product suffers because of that. So you got to be careful about when you launch an IPO and go public, because unfortunately you may change for the worse because of how pussy everybody is these days.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure, man. And this is the part that just cracked me up. The part about Elon Musk. That's when I saw Elon. I'm like, Elon Musk, UFC. No, that's bullshit.
Well, they're going to be, Endeavor is going to be the overall, they're going to be the majority shareholder of the UFC. Endeavor.
Well, they're going to be 100%. Right now, they're at like 50. What is it? Right now, they're at 50.1%.
Because it was at 49 previously, but now it's up to 50%. So honestly, at any time, they now own the majority of the UFC, which they plan to, acquire the rest of it. Towards at 625 into 2020, whenever. Well, yeah, I mean that goes without saying. Of course, they reported losses. No, duh.
Right. IPO filing. Elon Musk,
where are you? Where are you, man? I lost you on there. I'm not seeing you.
Yeah, because I switched the. Hold on.
There we go. There we go. We still want people to see my beautiful face and, your okay face. There you go. That's much better because I'm the first person they think of anyway. Fuck you.
I don't know, man. I mean, I guess it's a good thing, right?
Well, the one thing that is a positive about when you launch an IPO, you usually eliminate your public debt.
Let me just address this real quick. Yeah, Mr. Burt, we had to So I guess that'll take effect moving forward. We had to get through a couple things. I know
the only thing you're going to be in, Scott Bird, is a coffin if you fuck with me.
So it's
you want to be the first early entrant into your own mausoleum. You don't want to. Seriously.
Our lawyers were able to get in touch with your lawyers and
lawyers.
Figure everything out with the
folks. It's a smoke screen. It's smoke and mirrors. It's a fugazi. It's artificial. It's not there. But do not buy the bullshit that the man is telling you right now.
And as of course, Mr. Burt, as you know, great things take time. So
Mr. Burt, I wouldn't call you Mr. Burt on my best day.
But moving forward, we should have we should be...
I swear to God, I feel like a cat in front of a dog when he gets on here. The minute I see Scott Bird, it's like the hair on my neck comes out.
So, we'll definitely have that.
No, you will not. No, you will not. Mr. Scott Burt is not a part of Loudmouth Fisticuffs. I got 50% of the stock here right now, and he is not going to be a part of Loudmouth Fisticuffs. He can chime in. He can do what he wants. The fans are sick of talking about why you're the biggest butthole out there. So come on.
Yeah, that's right. Jeff is. Yeah. By the way, that is coming out of your purse or however you want to.
My purse. Purse. You're the only one that's effeminate enough to have a purse.
Well, I meant maybe like your contract or whatever. Coming out of your contract.
Yeah, the contract that's written on the McDonald's napkin, right?
Well, either way,
can you please get this out of here? Now, let's get back to talking about something else. That's interesting that's happening right now. But look at me. Look how small I am. Look how small I look on here, man. I want to get back to full fucking screen. Get it done.
Yeah, no, hold on. Yeah, you're right. There we go.
$400 an episode is cheap to get me. Yeah, it says Mr. Separate Checks Only. I don't fucking think so. $400 an episode? Who the fuck is going to pay $400 an episode to see you?
Separate checks. We're not together. We're not together.
I know. You want to go ahead and take on any kind of business opportunity with Mr. Separate Checks Only. I'm going to tell you something, man. You're going to be the kind of person who's going to be stuck with the bill.
Is that not the universal sign to like get a server's attention? Like,
I know. But it's not even, you don't even say anything. It's almost like, fucking Chevy Chase.
Right.
Pardon me, sir.
We're separate.
Damn right we're separate, man. I'm going to tell you something. What did I tell you about blocking this man from our comment section? He absolutely takes us off of a tangent when we have a good conversation and then he decides to come up, look at that viewer clicker skyrocket. It is not, sir. As a matter of fact, you are scaring away business from us. So I love you, Scott, but fuck off.
Well,
moving
forward,
I know, right? Thank you.
I guess we can we can touch briefly on this because we did talk about it so much and we called it right on the head, man. The Francis Ngannou Stipe fight.
Winds of change, man.
And obviously I'm not the only one saying this. A lot of people felt the same way. As soon as they saw Francis stuff that first fucking takedown and the way he did it and fucking spun around and then started hitting them in the face. I mean, I knew that was it. Like, I knew that, like, that fucking moment, I'm like, this is a different regime now. Like, you're about to see a regime change, like a changing of the guard. Like, this is going to be, I think Francis is going to be like the Mike Tyson,
well, it's a passing of the torch is what it is. It absolutely is, because Francis Ngannou changed his game plan. Stipe did not.
Well, that's if let me put this up here.
Oh God, does anybody care?
Yeah, so maybe you guys can help me. Maybe the people who are up in New York, because I did see we're starting like April something.
Yeah, I bet you've got yourself a GoFundMe for it too.
Stop it. on Monday.
I could totally see that.
I might. You want to contribute? You want the link?
Yeah, I've got some shaved pubic hair that you can have.
Can I sell it?
I don't know. I mean, once it's yours, it's your business.
Jesus Christ. They're talking about like a Loudmouth is covering his bill. Oh, so in other words, Jeff is covering. Yeah, okay, so we're good. That's all squared away then. So Jeff is covering my bill, footing the bill for that.
The only cover that I'm gonna have it is my ass after I take a shit on it.
Let me. Jesus Christ. New York, they're talking about like a vaccine, like fucking passport is what they're talking about.
I know. I'm gonna tell you that is.
So,
dude, I don't agree with that.
How the fuck is that going to work? Because like I've been reading where even people within New York have to do it, and for sure, like people who are traveling from outside of state are going to have to show this in certain places. I don't know if it's
they're not. No, they're not, Scott. Stop spreading false information.
So I mean, how is that going to work? Is that going to affect? That's what I'm worried about. Is that going to affect that at all? Or I don't know. Like
I seriously doubt it. I don't think so. I think we'll be. I think honestly, that doesn't seem like that's going to have much weight. It doesn't seem like that's going to hang around. It is I agree with Howie. I completely agree with Howie. It is unconstitutional. It is.
Someone made a post like, yeah, like we don't have to have IDs for fucking voting, but
maybe not
unconstitutional. We're gonna have to show this.
The problem with it is, Howie, it's hard to argue the fact that it's unconstitutional because as far as vaccines and pandemics goes, I don't think that there's many amendments to the Constitution in regards to that. So to say it's unconstitutional, I think is incorrect. I just think it's honestly, it goes against the overall the rights of Americans.
You should be able to freely travel within your own fucking border of your own country.
Absolutely. You should,
without somebody saying, "Excuse me, now, sir. Do you have your do you have your little fucking passport there, vaccine passport?"
Yep. Well, that's a socialist mindset, is what it is.
Just tell them you know me, Josh. I'll do that.
Yeah, you know what that's going to do? That's going to get you shot.
You know who? Scott Burt? Mr. Separate Checks? No.
Oh, Mr. Separate Checks. Oh, okay. Yeah, that cheap asshole. You know that cheap asshole. You know what? You're going to need all the money that you need, sir, if you know that son of a bitch. So please, come in. Come in.
Take your ass right back to Virginia. Turn around.
Just do yourself a favor, man. Make sure that if you go out to dinner with him, make sure that he pays for you in the end, because trust me, he won't.
So when Scott's doing like separate checks, I'll be behind him going together.
Yeah, right. But the problem with it is his cheap ass sense is going to notice that. It's almost like a sixth sense that he has. He'll go ahead. He'll know that you're doing that. Well, it's what it's like. It's like that scene in Scent of a Woman. No, it's like a scene at. Let me finish my thought, and then I'll give it to you. It's like that scene in Scent of a Woman where they're at that fancy restaurant, and he orders a double Jack Daniels on the rocks, and then what's his name says he's not speaking, but he goes. And then he's like, "Don't do that, please. Don't do that." That would be fucking Scott. He'd know that before you're even fucking doing it.
Well, we'd have to time it out good. Maybe if we do this right, and then as soon as they put the bill down in front of him, we all just get the fuck out of there. And Scott's like,
"Yeah, dash, fucking leave. Everybody get up." Absolutely.
Wait, shit. Whoa. I'm not, and we're already gone. Like. Whoa. No, officer.
Jeff, better cover your butthole if I'm around, Houston. Hey, did you see the last video that we did for the Blease Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame? He's the one who put his ass out there and saying, "I can't wait to take Jeff here and show him, and I can't wait to see his reaction." Please, I'm going to tell you something, man. I only got 2 words for you. In that sense, you only had one title, and that was Backdoor Benjamin.
Is that where like
Scott backdoor Bert. Scott backdoor Bert. Yep.
Does Scott pull? Does Scott like he starts getting like a weird look in his eye, and he just turns to you, and nobody else is around. He's like, "So Jeff, when we get to Belfast, I'd like to show you where Kilrain trained Sullivan."
Why is it? Yeah, I know exactly the way that he was saying it, and why is he the only person that giggles when he walks backwards?
I can take you on a private tour of Muldoon's barn.
I can see what you're. I can see what you do for. I can see what you do for fun back there. See, I can see. I'm gonna tell you something, Scott. You seem like the kind of guy take off your clothes and run backwards through a cornfield.
So, would you like to take a private tour of Muldoon's barn? Hmm.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, never mind that there's no lights. You won't need them where we're going.
Scott, it's 10:30 at night. I don't know if I feel comfortable doing this.
He's like,
come on.
It's like, oh, come on. Honestly, you won't remember a thing.
You won't remember a thing.
Yep.
Huh?
Yep. I'm serious. You have not seen. Yep. Of course it takes more time, man, because of all those massive freaking backdoor orgies that you have at those nudist colonies.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, man.
No. Scott, we talked about this. It's not sexual, Jeff. There's nothing sexual.
How the fuck would you know, man? Every time I'm around Scott, he always smells like Astroglide. How is that not fucking sexual? How is that not sexual?
Is that true, Scott?
Oh, he knows it is. He knows he is. He's a dirty motherfucker. He knows.
Scott's like, no, I use the scent-free. How do you smell it? I use the scent-free version.
Oh, well, then maybe it's just the Spanish fly that he puts on there.
Jesus Christ.
Seriously, man. I take one look at you and I only think one word, roofie.
Would you like a private tour of Sullivan's office?
All right. And then your nickname has changed from separate checks, please, to against your will.
There's the couch that Sullivan himself used to sleep
like
on.
Whoever Jeff is around girls, nothing sexual. Oh, please. How the fuck do you know that, man? I take them all away from you. I take them the minute I walk in the room. It's just like, ooh, why am I around this wilted flower when I can go smell the roses?
But isn't there like, right, Scott? There's that couch right in Sullivan's office where you sit. That's where like he used to sleep. I bet that thing's comfy.
He would know. He would know when Judy kicks him out of the house. That's where he sleeps. I'm fucking with you, man. I'm not gonna fuck with Judy. I love Judy.
Just laying on Sullivan's couch, just
burying Jeff face down, so friends can drop in for a cold one. That's actually fucking funny. That's funny. That's funny.
Oh my God.
Well, trust me, I'll ask them to bury me upside down so you can fucking kiss my asshole, man.
You might get more than that.
It's Scott. You better believe it. Absolutely. Yeah, Scott gives a new term to the. He gives new meaning to the term plowing the yard.
Oh my God, we gotta stop fucking with Scott.
Well, you know what? He keeps doing it. I told you, block the son of a bitch. God. Again with the butthole, Jeff. See, like I said, controlling the narrative by only using selective facts. That's what he's all about. Separate checks only, Scott Burt.
Well, Scott is a teacher, right? They teach that.
School. Yeah. It's called propaganda.
Yeah.
It's called propaganda, man. You do well in North Korea. But let's go ahead and let's not. I mean, we talked about once again the UFC card, but let's go ahead and let's talk about some of the other things that took place on the UFC card. Let's talk about freaking Vicente Luque getting the submission over the former welterweight champion Tyron Woodley, and now there's already people that are talking about maybe it's time for Tyron to make that shift over to bare knuckle.
I'm thinking I think he could probably do well at it because he won't have to worry about the fucking grappling exchanges, which is weird because like Tyron was like that was his base is wrestling, but it's like,
oh yeah, and he was strong too. On top of that, he was dude. He was put together for 170. Woo, man, he was strong.
But it's like I don't know what's happened. Maybe he just doesn't really mess with it anymore and just focuses more on the striking. I said this a while back, and it's no disrespect to him, but like in that Robbie Lawler fight when he first won the title, it was fucking explosive. It was great. That is what everybody was wanting from Tyron Woodley every single fucking time. Was that fight with Lawler. But when he went on to face Wonder Boy those 2 times, then Damian Maia.
Yep.
He did what he had to do to retain the championship. It's like that he wasn't fighting the same way as he was. He wasn't. I think he kind of lost, pardon the phrase, but like the eye of the tiger kind of thing. Like he was fighting not to lose. He wasn't really fighting to win. You know what I mean? So, but
the competition changes so dramatically.
Yes, it did. It did.
I mean, honestly, just when you think that you got things figured out, here comes a wild card.
I'm trying. I can't shut him up. He's crazy.
Scott, we don't need you. We don't need that. We don't need your critique. Our show is better without your critique. Thank you.
Hope all 4 of you look forward to it.
Hope all 4 of you look forward to it. Yeah, there it is right there, buddy. See that? Right there. That's for you, Scott Burt. Sit and fucking rotate.
Well, no, in all fairness, what you guys don't see on your end, I can see it on mine because I'm also streaming on YouTube. You guys don't see the YouTube numbers either. So all you're seeing is you're only
seeing what we want you to fucking see, old man.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
No, fucking dog goes nuts, man. Our new dog. He goes batshit crazy at everything. He's scared of everything.
It sounds like Scott Burt.
Like if you fart near him, he's gonna start barking and he gets scared.
Sounds like Scott Burt.
It's like burn.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, got blurry there.
But yeah, I mean, interesting to see that one. And then, of course, we've got the other development. We've got Mr. Sean O'Malley starting to get back in his winning ways, getting the TKO in round number 3 over Thomas Almeida.
Did you see where Dominic Cruz is wanting to fight O'Malley?
Yep. I think that's smart because O'Malley is another guy who's really trying to, he was creating a lot of hype and he got derailed badly with a ridiculously brutal fucking stoppage. Ooh,
which he says he's still undefeated, by the way.
Fuck that. He was fucked over and everybody knew it, man. He was just in bad fucking shape for that fight. Who was that again that he fought? That fucked him up?
The Brazilian guy. Jesus Christ. I'm terrible with names.
And I shouldn't be because that's all I
shouldn't be. That's what I know, you do.
Because that's what I fucking do. Excuse me.
I
have no idea. Yeah. Oh, Marlon Vera.
Yes, Vera.
Vera. Yeah. That was vicious. That was a vicious. I mean, dude, fucking raining down all those goddamn elbows. Oof. No, you know how those elbows operate in the cage. Man, those are like Jinsu knives, man, cut through cans.
It'll be interesting if that fight with him and Cruz comes to pass. It'll be obviously a huge test, for someone like Sean O'Malley. I don't know, man. I need to see him really get tested and then kind of come back and overcome a test. Like the last fight. I mean, I think he got hit a few times. He took a few hits, but it just. I don't know. It didn't feel super competitive. Maybe with Cruz.
Yeah. Well, Dominic Cruz, I think it'd probably be definitely because, come on, Dominic Cruz is, in my opinion, probably the most celebrated bantamweight fighter there's ever been.
Yeah.
I think that's easily probably one of the most celebrated bantamweight fighters that there ever been. But you got to remember, Shane, O'Malley, he's tall for that weight class.
Yeah.
He's 5'11". I mean, that's kind of like Johnny Bedford syndrome. Johnny's 5'10", fights at 135.
Right.
That's ridiculously lean. That's ridiculously lean for that height. You're not supposed to be that tall for 135.
O'Malley's like really lanky though, isn't he?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. He puts a little bit too much stock into his hair, but unfortunately, that's how you get noticed.
Right.
I think he puts more into his hair than he does into his game sometimes, and I think that's just. I understand the entertainment factor, but if your entertainment factor vastly outweighs your fighting factor, then something is wrong.
Right. You're gonna have to dial that in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, and you're gonna have to answer for it too.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to answer for it, and I'm gonna tell you, the UFC is a tough place. If somebody's not used to answering, having to answer for anything, the UFC is a tough place to answer for something. Absolutely.
I mean, that's definitely, you definitely don't want to start testing shit out in the fucking ring.
Oh, fuck no.
If all you're worried about is your rainbow afro shit, whatever the fuck he calls his hair, you're more worried about his, Twitch streaming, because I know he streams, like he plays video games and shit all the time. Which, hey, I'm not bagging that, but I'm just saying, like,
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah,
but don't make that the number one priority. Don't make that the number one priority. Make your fighting game the other. Everything falls into place. I think, especially if you have a natural entertainment factor, which so many fighters do, but a lot of them, they just don't know how to use it. They don't understand. They don't understand that. Entertainment, especially when you're trying to be a fighter, especially if you're a fighter, the entertainment factor should look like an EKG readout. You have your ups and downs. If you're up all the fucking time, you have nowhere to go.
No.
And what happens when it's consistent?
And that's and that's important. That's a good
analogy.
If I may, that's a great analogy. If I may, that's what I used to equate, back in the ECW days. It's the ECW syndrome is what I called it. Whereas like that's when things really started to change, because every fucking fight somebody was going through a table. Then they had to light the table on fire. Then they had to throw thumbtacks on it. Then they had to throw barbed wire, and they kept having to like up themselves until eventually
somebody dies.
Well, I mean, short of fucking like shooting somebody with a gun in the ring, like there was no further you could go, because like you had, after like fucking, scaffolding matches or like once you got
a lot of the big scaffolding matches actually didn't take place in ECW. They took place in
is like early NWA and shit.
No, this was before. Oh, yeah, I actually remember the old NWA scaffolding matches. Yeah. Because
like
of course, the one scaffolding match that you can definitely talk about is definitely the one with what's his name? Oh God, what the fuck is his name? He was part of the Gangsters.
Oh, New Jack.
Yeah, New Jack. The one where he threw what's his name?
Vic Grimes.
Vic Grimes. That's the one where he threw him off, and Vic all of a sudden, he changed his mind when he was up there, and he's like, "Fuck you, you're going." And dude, he was like, I think they said that he was just a couple of centimeters literally away from like being paralyzed for life.
Yeah, well, when he fucking fell, you can watch the video. When he fell,
you see him ricochet off the rope.
The rope saved his fucking life. Had he missed those ropes,
dude, he probably would have been paralyzed.
And here's what's crazy about that.
Because that broke his momentum from falling.
Again, side note on a side note, but
this is Loudmouth Fisticuffs, guys. Yeah, like, you love it, you know it.
If anybody knows anything about that, like with New Jack and Vic Grimes, they had a fight previously, and Vic did something, and it hurt New Jack. Now,
he cracked his fucking skull. He cracked his fucking.
That's what He cracked. But it was an accident though. Like it wasn't like.
But he didn't even visit him in the hospital or own up to apologizing for it.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
And that's what pissed him off, man. Honestly, if you legitimately hurt somebody you were in that profession. If you legitimately hurt somebody, that it was not a fucking work. It was an accident. You'd own up to that, wouldn't you?
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fucking common courtesy. I mean, some guys. Now, I have seen some guys hurt other people, and they more chalk it up to just suck it up. You know, like they don't apologize. Like if they,
Fuck you, Scott.
We'll get to it. Like,
I mean, I agree with everything up till the last one, but you're absolutely right. Other than scratch out I love April Fool's Day, LOL, everything that you're saying is absolutely spot on. I am the only reason that you're more of a chick magnet than me in any way is because they figure you've got a trust fund and probably a bad heart. It's the only reason why you'd actually be more of a chick magnet than me. Like I said, bad heart, trust fund. And they figure you're an easy poison and they're one step away from a 7-figure life. Jokes be on them because you ain't got no fucking 7 figures coming behind you, old man.
You think Scott has like all the areas he visits for BKFC? He knows where all the nudist colonies are. Like he has like a map somewhere.
I know that for an absolute fact. And
so like when he goes to Biloxi, he knows the one in Biloxi. When he goes to wherever the fuck else, he knows. Yep.
I'm telling you, he's probably he says that he goes there, but I bet you he's been banned from a bunch of them, man, because nobody needs to see that.
Scott, we're gonna have to ask for your day pass back. What do you mean? We're gonna have to ask for it back.
I'm sorry, sir. This may be a nudist colony, but nobody needs to see that, sir. Nobody needs to see that. I mean, I know we're all about hanging it out and letting it breathe, but you know something, you're suffocating everybody with your tininess, so it's just not working. Seriously, sir. I mean, are you even a man, or are you just tucking it back? I don't know.
Are you pulling a Buffalo Bill? Do you remember the
crying over you? Ooh. Yep. That's Scott, all right. That's Scott, all right. I bet you somewhere in that basement he has got that outfit made out of human skin.
Oh God.
Vacationing with you again. Is that what you call it, Scott? I'm serious. All I got to say to you, Josh, watch your cornhole, bud.
Scott, why do you always insist I get in front of you when we stand in line somewhere?
There's a reason for that,
why do you
man.
always insist?
He wants you to stand in front and see if anything pops up.
No, Josh, I insist. You go in front of me. I insist.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
I insist.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
someone
funny.
got a message.
That's me.
Balls to the wall.
Well, actually, for you, it's balls on the floor.
Oh, God.
Hey, everyone can take comfort in the fact that Scott started the whole goddamn thing. I'm part of the war. I'm part of the war, and I'm firing back.
I'm just here.
You just happen to be a casualty of war. You're just a casualty of war, man. That's just all there is to it.
Oh, God.
Oh, come on, Howie. You don't need to define it. Oh, God. I was going to eat lunch. Thanks a lot.
Bloop.
Oh, man. But, getting back to what we were talking about a little while ago, I mean, seriously, that breaking news, how cool is that for an opportunity for the fighters to have something like that to fall back on through BKFC? That's really fucking cool.
I'm just trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out how that works on a
Well, I'm sure they're going to release specific details on how that's going to work per fighter, per fight. Yeah. It's interesting to see the dynamics of it and exactly how it's going to be put into practice. Absolutely, but
because I didn't even know you could do anything like that on what is it called? Jeff, help me out. Because it's not a W-2, but like for when you have like contract stuff. What is that? I-9? Is that an I-9?
What are you talking about?
Like, because it's different. Like when you do like when you're a contractor, you have to you pay your own shit, right? Like you pay your own taxes and all that. What's that sheet called? What's that paper called? $10.99.
There you go.
Thank you, Howie. I was
There you
thinking
go.
I-9. I was somewhere there. Okay.
There you go.
10.99. Yeah.
A 1099. There you go.
What's up, Dominic? Yeah, 10.99. I just wonder how does that work? Because like you don't really fuck with taxes, right? I mean, you do, but like on your own.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how that works as far as like I guess I wonder if it's similar to like a 401k kind of thing. Is it something like?
Well, no, it's similar to any kind of pension plan. You probably end up paying into it, and it's available for you once you reach a certain age, when you reach retirement. Like, it's something that you can pay into over time, because the one thing that a lot of fighters do once they actually, once they become like full time, they have to rely on what they save. They have to rely on what they save unless they have any kind of investment vehicles that they're currently investing in, like a 401k or, stocks or that all depends. But that's really cool that they're paying into that, so that pension plan is available for them once they hit retirement age. I assume it would be similar, just like any other pension plan that any other major company would offer its employees.
It is interesting. I mean, it's definitely. I love the idea. I think it's something a lot of people are going to appreciate.
You just can't abuse it.
Right. Yeah. Right.
You
it's
have
just like anything else. Anything else.
You have to educate the fighters. The one thing that you absolutely have to do is you have to make sure that every fighter that pays into that understands how it works from moment one to moment done. And that is going to be important, because fighters need to pay attention to that, and not everybody will. So there will always be that one particular or two particular fighters that try to draw upon it and don't understand maybe why they're not getting access to it, or maybe why, that they just don't understand, or they didn't pay attention. So guys, I'm going to tell you, if this does come into play, which I absolutely, Dave says it will, if it comes into play, ask questions, ask fucking questions, get educated about it. So that way you don't abuse the system, because all it takes is somebody to abuse the system, and then it gets yanked away for everyone else who could actually fucking use it.
Yeah.
Don't abuse the system. Learn about the system, so that way when it's your time to draw from it, you're drawing from it the way that the pension was intended for you, to how you were intended to receive it.
So probably depend on yeah.
Oh yeah. There's, like I said that there's dynamics involved into it, and there definitely are. Absolutely.
I think it's a great start, though. If anything, I think hopefully it's a great start, because
it shows that he's there for the fighters. It shows that he's putting up some kind of a safety net, some kind of a financial safety net for the fighters, which a lot of fighters don't have. A lot of fighters don't have a financial safety net.
And that's one of the biggest complaints with, say, like UFC, for example, where there's no governing body. There's nothing that can really protect them.
There's no pension that you pay into in the UFC. No.
Well, I mean, there's not a whole lot. I mean, I'm sure Dana takes care of certain people, but I just mean like,
but he doesn't take care of everybody.
But not everybody, right? Not everybody. So like there's nothing for them to fall back on when these guys fucking get some serious injury to where they're out 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever, and they can't fucking fight.
Yep.
What are they going to do? They just don't eat. What they just. I mean, I know they chose to be in that profession. I understand that, but
it's probably set up just like anything else on a case per case basis. It just depends on what happens with the particular fighter and what kind of extenuating circumstances they're going through in order to where they would have to draw upon that.
I mean, it'd be nice. I would love to see something like that. I'm sure I'm not the first one to think about that. I'm sure they thought about that, so I think it would be nice to have something like that. If someone gets fucking injured and they can't fight for a year,
Absolutely.
Hey, guess what? We have this. You've been putting into this fucking pension plan. Here you go. Here's, you're going through some tough times. You got injured. You're not receiving a paycheck. Guess what? Here you go. Here's your fucking safety net.
You want them to be golden a little bit, just a little bit. You want them to be able to do that. And look at this. Now it's going all over. Now it's officially on bareknuckle.tv. It's officially launched on the Bare Knuckle website. Let me read this real quick. Okay.
Yeah.
David Feldman, president of Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, the world's fastest growing sport, 100%, today announced a pension plan for fighters competing in BKFC. Our fighters are the most important asset of the company. We want to ensure that they are compensated not only on the night of the fight, but also looked after in retirement. For each BKFC fight, money will be placed in a pension account for them to draw upon retirement. So the pension plan apparently will commence with the BKFC 17 event on April 30th in Birmingham.
Good.
And I like this. And they're saying today BKFC goes another step further, doing something never done before in combat sports by offering this pension plan. And you know what that's going to do? That is going to open up the door for so many people. There's so many fighters are going to see this and they're just going to come running because they know that this is an opportunity for them. They come over there, they do what they're supposed to do in the squared circle. They give their hearts, they give everything that they got in there, and they actually get looked after. They actually get looked after to a degree. Hey, that's the way it should be.
Right.
That's the way it should be. And now somebody's finally putting that into practice. Dude, boss, I got to give you 2 big thumbs up on that. If you can add, there you go. 2 big thumbs up on that, man. That's a hell of an awesome move.
Yeah. No, it's hard to think of it as any other way. You know, it's a great move.
It's an awesome move. I mean, I just hope everything gels out with it. I hope it actually stays the way it is, and the fighters get this much needed financial opportunity when they need it.
Yeah. Side note too, I had some before, but I've really started to somewhat seriously invest in cryptocurrency.
I've got my fair share in that.
And
I've had it for quite some time. I've cashed out. I've cashed out as well.
Now is a good time. We just had a little spike in Bitcoin again. Like I just made. Well, I'm not going to give you a dollar amount.
Yeah, well, why the fuck would you give a dollar amount?
I can give you a percentage though. I just made 21%.
All right, so that's a good spike. That's a good spike.
Just in the last few days.
Now, what kind of spike are you looking for in order to cash out?
Now,
if you made 21%, is what kind of percentage do you need in order to cash out, in order to dump it?
I don't know because what I have it set up. I use Coinbase app, and I have it set up to where I have some. I put into right now. I've got 5 different cryptocurrencies that I'm investing in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I get a couple of the usuals. Like I do Bitcoin, I do Litecoin, and then I have a couple smaller ones that are like 18 cents or something.
Isn't it the damnedest thing that it's nothing tangible? It's
right.
Absolutely nothing tangible. It's nothing. It's almost like investing in air. The only reason it's worth something is because we value it worthing something.
Because everybody else thinks
exactly. So therefore, it's just so interesting because usually at one point when you invest in something, you're investing in something liquid. You're investing in something that can actually be held, that can actually be acquired. But this is like I said, this is like investing in air.
I just wish I was late to the party, unfortunately.
Me too. Do you know how many millionaires that there are that are in their 20s and their 30s that have banked on that? Absolutely. We don't have to do that every single time, sir. We've got plenty of time living up to May 29th. The fact that you want us to say something, dude, you're looking for cheap. You're looking for cheap heat on here. You're not going to get it.
We can do that. We can do.
Well,
this.
Of course you do. You want to stroke his ego.
No, hold on. No, I mean you
want to stroke his ego and stroke his old balls. That's what you want to
do. Yeah, of course. May 29th, Saturday.
It's betting on futures. No real assets. Exactly. No, nothing tangible. No assets. No nothing.
The Bare Knuckle Hall of Fame induction weekend, May 29th. BKFC will also hold nationwide tryouts in historic Belfast, New York. Everybody who's interested hit up Mr. Nate Shook, the BKFC
Oh, and Scott,
matchmaker.
I am going to institute a no fire policy during the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. Okay, that's a serious thing. I'm going to tell you, that's when we put this quote unquote rivalry. I mean, I don't think it's a rivalry. I just think it's an old man that lives in upstate New York that's trying like hell to be like Jeff Houston. That's what I think it is. But I'm going to make sure that there's a no fire policy. Okay, we're during the Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame. So no bullshit then. We can go back to whatever it is that we do, here on the podcast and, in person and everything like that with the videos, but we're going to keep it civil in Belfast. And if you don't, sir, I will personally put you in your mausoleum.
If you don't, I'm going to make you stand in front of me.
Oh, I would never do that. I'm smarter than that. I'd rather go play in traffic blindfolded than stand in front of Scott Burton. That ain't happening.
But what I was saying,
that's because face to face you can't handle me, Dinky. Oh please! All I have to do is turn left or right, and I slap you in my hand. And you're like, "Why'd you slap me in the face?" I said, "My hands are right up here." That's right. Don't fuck with me. Fine, Western New York. Fine, Western New York. What? Yeah, fine. He's an old man from Western New York that's still trying like hell to be like Jeff Houston and failing miserably each and every time.
Back to Bitcoin.
What do you mean back to Bitcoin? Nobody look. He claims that he's the fucking shoe champion and everything. Where did it start from? Me. Listen. Me. I am the king. I'm gonna tell you something. I am king under the mountain, bitch. I am.
Even though it's late to the party.
I bet you're like, I bet it's under the mountain.
I would consider, because Visa and a lot of other big companies, like their Visa has backed Bitcoin. So even though,
but nobody's backed it like Elon Musk.
Well, yeah, right. But like what I'm saying
that's why it's gone up so much. When you have someone who's literally the richest man in the world backing a crypto, man, that's just going to drive it up exponentially.
Even though it's you're late to the party. It's better late than never, because I think you're still going to make money if you can invest a little bit, into Bitcoin.
Well, you're just not going to make the longevity money that you could have.
Right. I mean, I've got some, Dogcoin. I've been thinking about that. Unfortunately, Dogcoin isn't on, it's not on Coinbase yet, and that's what I use.
Remind me, what the fuck is Dogcoin?
It's just another, like, it's like another independent cryptocurrency. Like, it's like, what is it, Howie? I know it's like, I don't even know if it's like up to like a cent. It's like a fraction of a cent or something now.
What was it? Crowdfunded? Was it like a Kickstarter shit?
I've seen, I don't remember. Well, hold on. This is the magic of internet.
There is no magic of internet. It's just there. It's just, trust me, it's nothing magic. It's a kind of magic. Okay. Oh, Musk is backing it. Okay, so that's the one that Musk is backing. Okay. I didn't know which particular cryptocurrency that he was backing.
Well, no, he's backing Bitcoin too, but he's
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just pull this up real quick because. All right, so
invest in the Hall of Fame stock. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, not much stock in there, but I'm proud to be a member of it. So,
Dogcoin was founded by IBM software engineer Billy Marcus from Portland. Blah 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 blah. Palmer was a member of Adobe Systems Marketing. Purchase domain dogcoin.com. It's been out since 2013. Yeah, like I think now it's still like in July 2020, the price of Dogecoin, TikTok spiked it to $1. I didn't even know that.
Really?
Dogecoin went up over 800% in 24 hours. I knew that. Dogecoin hits an all-time high following Twitter encouragement from.
Did I see Snoop Dogg there?
You definitely did. Snoop Dogg and Gene Simmons.
Well, I mean, Snoop Dogg is all about investments. I mean, he's definitely diversified. I mean, look at everything that he's done for Triller this far.
What is it now?
Dogcoin. Wow. This is the era in which we live, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so it's 5 cents, almost 6 cents for one coin is worth almost 6 cents now.
Well, of course, it's brand new. I mean, it's brand new. So it looks like it has been spiking. I mean, honestly, in a situation like that, it only has one way to go, but it has nowhere to go but up.
I mean, I would buy some. I just don't feel like messing with a different.
You don't feel like messing with a different crypto right now, huh?
Well, I would. Well, like my like I said, Coinbase is what I use. It's one of the whatever they're called, where you can buy, trade, and sell shit.
Mm-hmm.
They don't mess with Dogcoin yet. Like CoinDesk, I think this is another one. No, this isn't.
There it goes, 6 cents. See, just like I thought. 6 cents, separate checks, please. God, we haven't even gotten to a dime, and he's already asking separate checks. You cheap fuck.
Oh no, Howie, it's more than that. It's Bitcoin right now is 58,622
per coin.
Yeah, that's where it's at right now.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Now it I mean, like I said, you don't have to buy like a whole coin. You can put
you can buy you can buy fractions. You can buy fractions of the coin.
But
absolutely.
Like I said, for Bitcoin, what I look at is the percentage numbers, you know. I mean,
that's a new thing. Fractional investments have really started taking off.
I'm telling you, I've made more money just leaving money. I've got some that I just fucking leave in cryptocurrency. Mm-hmm. I've made more money just leaving it in that than say like leaving it in a savings account, because a savings account has like a 0 point some odd % interest every month or whatever it is. I make more money in interest on this, and yeah, it fluctuates. It's not like concrete, but
yeah,
for the most part, like month to month, it increases month to month more than my fucking savings account.
Okay. Well, I think that we're reaching the end of the tether here because, we're getting, I mean, we go all over the place, but I'm starting to get bored. So,
Hey man, this is, I think it's some interesting stuff. I think people like this shit.
I'm not saying that they don't. I don't know shit about it. So the only thing I can do is either, ask questions or make fun of you for it.
I'm no expert, but what I know
more than I do.
Well, I also when I invest in something, I do a lot of fucking obsessive.
You should be doing your due diligence if you're talking about investments. Absolutely.
Because my 401, I mean, I've got a 401k and it's great, but I don't know, man. I mean, I know it's more volatile and it's not as well.
I have a Roth.
Okay.
I have a Roth. I have a couple of mutual funds.
Yeah.
I've got some blue chippers in there. I mean, I've got my portfolio. I mean, I certainly have plus I also have my little piddly fucking Acorns account.
So Roth is like the opposite, right? Like you pay your taxes on it now.
Roth are more geared towards those who are self-employed. I mean, you've still got your self-employed. You've got your self-employed pensions, your SEPs. You can still go ahead and do your self-employed pensions. Yeah. But I prefer how the Roth works as opposed to the traditional IRA. The Roth is a little bit more geared towards someone like in my profession.
But I know I know there's a few other differences, but the main two differences is like a traditional IRA.
It's taxed differently.
Right. So IRA is taxed when you withdraw it. Whereas whereas a Roth,
it's taxed when you put it in
the beginning, right?
Yes,
but at the end, you don't have to pay taxes on it.
That's right.
Okay, right.
That's right. Because you've already paid taxes,
right?
You've already paid taxes, so you could take the traditional route, but at the traditional route, you're putting in tax-free money that will eventually have a big chunk taken out when you decide to withdraw upon it.
Which you know what, and I've thought about that too. Having a Roth, which by the way, guys, I bet you didn't know you were listening to a tax 401k specialty show, but you are.
Please. The only thing special about this show is me. I'm fucking with you, man. It's good stuff.
But No, I've thought about that. I've thought about switching over to a Roth because with taxes, they're only going to go up. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to fucking go down. So like, I guess it would be easier to pay taxes now.
Okay, I'm pulling the plug. I'm pulling the plug on this one. Honestly, we're starting to bore people, and rightfully so, because
I don't think so.
Yeah. Living wills and estate taxes. Oh yeah. I'm going to tell you something. You want the common cure for insomnia? Start talking about living wills and estate taxes the next time, or car insurance. Jesus Christ!
You know what? I enjoy a good, intelligent conversation. I know it's different. It's not the fight game we always talk about, but I think. I don't know. I think a good
but we need to
diversification of conversation. See,
I agree with that, but I think that when you diverse it this way, you have to dip your toes into the water first. You can't go for a whole fucking swim. What the fuck are you doing? Are you sick?
Robot. I'm sick.
Yeah, it's called a broken robot. Fuck that noise.
It might be broken.
Yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug on this one right now. So we appreciate everyone tuning in to episode 44, Loudmouth Fisticuffs from Loudmouth Central. We are keeping it as real as possible. If you want the plastic bag over your head, Josh, please be my guest. Yeah. Yep. I'd be fine with that because I can always find somebody else. No, I'm fucking with you, man. There's only one Joshua Furs, and thank God for that.
I'll take it.
You better. You better. I mean, it's just better that you do. But we had like I said, diverse conversation, everything like that. We had, like I said, dipped our toes into a little bit of the financial world, what we know or what we don't know. I mean, we don't claim to be experts. The last thing that I'm going to do is claim to be any kind of investment wizard, even though I did have my Series 7 and 63 licenses at one point. I actually
really.
Yeah. Yes, I used to a bunch of years ago. I represented USAA, and I was a broker.
No shit.
I was, but I'm going to tell you, I wasn't that invested in it because I'm not the kind of person that can sit behind a desk and find fulfillment in that. I can't. I'm too fucking loud for it. Every time everybody said, "Please lower your voice. Please lower your voice. Please lower your voice." I'm just too fucking loud naturally. You know this. I'm sorry. It's just a desk. A desk is a death sentence for me. So that's why I'm like, you know something? I tried it. The 9 to 5 just doesn't work for me. There are just some people that it's not. Thought you were ending this crap. Scott, I'm not on your fucking time, bitch. I'm not on your time. I'm on our time. If we decide to go back on the tangent just before we end it, guess what? It's our fucking show.
Let's start the show over, fellas. Let's roll it.
Let's not say we did. Let's not say we did.
Just go through the fucking intro. Like
you want to lose viewers, man. That's the way to do it.
They're
like, we got to do that again. Oh fuck no.
We'll just jump right to episode 45, just back to back. We'll just pretend.
No, we will blessedly make sure that 45 is next week.
But yeah, guys, we appreciate you. Like I said, we go all over the place, but we have fun doing it. We just it's nice to kind of change it up every once in a while. Do us a favor, leave some thoughts. Tell us what you want us to
smash that like button.
About. Smash the like button, smash the share button. We will read it. Doesn't mean we have to listen to it, but we will read it. 100%.
We will read it.
We will read it.
Definitely.
And we appreciate you as always. That's Mr. Live Robot Jeff Houston. I'm Joshua Furs. And we'll see you again soon.
That's all we got for today.